Hey YouTube, what's going on? I'm Raw2G, and this is a quick recap of my Raw 1000 show. If this is your first time, please subscribe. Come back each and every week for my review on Raw, Super Show, or anything else that comes to my mind. So here's what went down. We get Vince McMahon, or Mr. McMahon. He says thank you to WWE, and he brings out the reunification of the Generation X, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and during their little segment, they say we're missing something. X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn. Great to see them all, and just wow. Still got it made from the thousands in attendance, the millions watching at home, and let's give her the sucking. Are you ready? Just good for one night only. So, with that said, they're all in the ring and they're about to get down. And here comes Damien Sandow talk about the unmasses of the people, whatever. I don't know. So, he comes out talking his talk, the generations of all time, and blah, 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 blah. Shut up, will you, man? They get into a huddle to figure out what they're going to do next. Then the next thing you know, they came to the decision. Triple H pedigreed Sandow, throws him out, and that is. You're not down with that? I got two words for you. From the voice of Billy Gunn. That's how we kicked off the Raw 1000th episode. So we get our first match of the night, a six-man tag between Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, and Alberto Del Rio. Pretty good match, up and down, I must say. Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, still bad taste in each other's mouths from last week, but it was at the end when Dolph Ziggler gives Chris Jericho an elbow to a sword, and Sheamus gave Jericho the bro kick, and that's how they win this six-man tag match. So we get another match. It's Dude Love coming out to Brodus Clay and Jack Swagger. They just keep letting Jack Swagger lose match after match after match. What's going to happen with Jack Swagger now? He's not swagging like he used to. So Brodus Clay made an easy, quick win, and we get the soon-to-be wedding of AJ and Daniel Bryan. But in the back is AJ, is Layla. Layla's trying to tell AJ not to go through it and whatever, and she says she feels unstable here in the WWE because of people like Roddy Piper and R-Truth jump and roll with an invisible Jimmy, little Jimmy, and Mae Young bringing her son. I never knew she had a son, grown up now, and just it was wild. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan, they were out as well, and she just feels unstable. So more on that at the wedding. So here we go with the wedding. It's Daniel Bryan, is AJ about to get married, and who's officiating the wedding? It's the Doctor of Style, Slick, Reverend Slick to you folks. So he made it real funny. That segment was so funny because AJ says yes, she does, but not to marrying Daniel Bryan. She leaves him at the altar. She says she talked to another man on the business proposition, and it turns out that Mr. McMahon was a person that spoke to AJ on what we don't know, and then he announces and shocks the WWE Universe that on the 1001 episode of Raw, there'll be a new Raw General Manager, and that was on business proposition. And it's AJ, the crazy, psychedelic phenom, but diva of the WWE, will be the new Raw General Manager starting next Monday night. Daniel Bryan was livid, leaving him at the altar, wedding with my white dress, whatever the case may be. So Daniel Bryan is outraged. CM Punk comes out and tries to cheer him up and whatever, and then here comes Daniel Bryan saying that you shouldn't be who you shouldn't be, and He's talking about that he is the greatest wrestler of all time, and then here comes The Rock, and he tells Daniel Bryan, before you say anything, let the people, the WWE, tell you who the greatest wrestler it is, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. You know how The Rock will give you some hilarious, entertaining catchphrases and whatever. And then he announces to the WWE Universe and to CM Punk, I will be wrestling for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble 2013, whether it's John Cena or CM Punk after this night. And CM Punk says absolutely nothing. He lets Rock do what he does. He gives Daniel Bryan a parting gift, and there's a rock bottom. What more can I say about that? Just total awesomeness on The Rock. Then after that, we get a Intercontinental Championship match. It's Christian defending his title against The Miz. It was the WWE Universe who wanted this match, and to me, I'm saying, Christian, did he lose this match tonight? I'm thinking maybe, maybe not. I wanted Cody Rhodes, to be honest with you. So in the meantime, they're going back and forth, back and forth. Christian tweaked his knee during the match, and then at the end, we tried to flip him. He fell on the knee, and that's when the Miz gives him the skull-crushing finale, and he becomes a triple crown in the WWE, winning the WWE Championship, the Tag Team Championship, and now his first Intercontinental Championship. We get Triple H trying to get Brock Lesnar to accept his challenge at SummerSlam, and here comes Paul Heyman, and he simply tells him the answer is no. And you know how Heyman is, talk about his children, whatever, and Triple H tells him, stop talking about my children and all this and all that. And then Heyman continues to talk about his family. He said, leave my family obviously between me and Brock. Oh, is Brock a scaredy cat? He's a big bully, but he can't come step to Triple H. So then Heyman just simply had to keep putting the family in it, and then here comes Stephanie McMahon to come out and try to sweeten the pot and all of that, and then she comes out and tells Heyman, you're not going to talk about my family, you understand? And she slaps the daylights out of Heyman, and Heyman's like, oh, your children, whatever. And then next thing you know, she says, at least my father is the man with the something. She tells Paul Heyman that you are nothing but a business parasite, and that threw Heyman for a loop. He got tired. He tells Triple H that Brock Lesnar accepts your challenge at SummerSlam, and then Heyman continues to be knocked away by Stephanie McMahon, and here comes Brock Lesnar. He chases her out of the ring, Triple H does, and they get it on, ba 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 ba. This is a preview to what's going to happen at SummerSlam. I can't wait to see it, because Triple H did get his revenge on Brock Lesnar. After that, we get Heath Slater, the one-man band, baby, and he tells the WWE Universe that he wants to face any WWE Monday Night Raw legend in a no count-out, no disqualification match, and it turns out it's Lita. So Lita is announcing that she's got some protection from the APA, and so Heath Slater got tied. He walks out the ring, and here comes Road Warrior Animal with Psycho Sid, Dallas Diamond Page, Roddy Piper, Rikishi, Doink the Clown, all the wrestlers he faced, chasing back in the ring, and Lita finished him off. The match is won. John Bradshaw Layfield gives him the clothesline from hell, and then Ron Simmons gives us the damn. So then we get a match between, it's not a match, it's Fozzie Bear. He's giving us, so then we get to the part where it's Kane, it's The Undertaker. Great to see him back. One night only, the Brothers of Destruction doing what they do best, destructing faces that comes past them, and it was good to see them in that ring just do total destruction on Kurt Hawkins and Honeycomb. So here we go with the main event of the night. It's CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. I was telling everybody on Twitter, everybody on Get Glue, that Big Show was going to come and keep John Cena from becoming the WWE Champion. I said that. Here he comes as the referee is knocked out on the hands of CM Punk. Here comes Big Show to put him in a spear and then give him a knockout punch as CM Punk looks and watches, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So we see CM Punk just sit there, not do anything about it. So then after the show puts the knockout blow to John Cena, he wakes up the referee, he pins John Cena. Big Show puts the finishing touches on John Cena, and Cena wins by disqualification on Big Show, but CM Punk retains the title. So as Big Show is about to do his next move, here comes The Rock out the ring, puts the boom 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 in the Big Show, and I told y'all Big Show is not going to miss the 1000th episode for nothing with the ironclad contract what he has, man. So then we get to see The Rock about to put the people's elbow on Big Show, but CM Punk stops it, does a clothesline of his own. He puts The Rock in the go to sleep, and unfortunately CM Punk turns his back on the WWE Universe and John Cena, and I'm like, oh man, this was the way to end the Raw 1000 show of its time. I have to say I enjoyed this show better than I had many other shows before this 1000th episode. This may turn out to be the best show. We'll have to see what 1001 will bring us. What did y'all think about the show? Comment your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm Raw2G. I got things I have to do. Thank you for watching my video. Like, whatever. Just post your comments, and I will see y'all next time. Until then, see you when I see you.